You're watching WUFT TV News.
It's finally time to welcome Felipe Franks back to the Swamp when the Gators take on Arkansas this weekend. Welcome back to sports. I'm Lindsay Studstill. The number 6 Florida Gators welcome the Arkansas Razorbacks to Gainesville this weekend. The Gators are coming in off a huge win in Jacksonville against Georgia that put them in the front spot in the fight for the SEC East. However, this weekend the Gators may have to play without star tight end Kyle Pitts, who suffered a concussion in last week's win. If he's out, Kamari Gamble will be the Gators' primary tight end. Meanwhile, Arkansas is coming off a huge comeback win over Tennessee. However, this weekend they'll be without head coach Sam Pittman, who will not make the trip after testing positive for COVID-19. Former Gator quarterback Felipe Franks will also make his first trip back to the Swamp since transferring. Franks has thrown for 1,428 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions while at Arkansas. Here's what offensive lineman Brett Heggie had to say about facing off against his former roommate.
Different for sure. You know, me and him obviously are really close friends, and it'll be different seeing him in another jersey. Just one thing for sure, I know he's a competitor, and he's going to come prepared and come ready to play. But so will we, so it should be fun.
Kickoff for Saturday is set for 7. Multiple local high school football teams have ended their season early in PK Yonge, Trenton, and St. Francis, forfeiting their playoff matches due to COVID-19. However, we still have a couple of matches around town this weekend. Tonight, there's Daytona Beach Mainland versus Gainesville High, who will play at Santa Fe High School. Chiefland will also travel to take on Hawthorne for their game tonight. Both of these matchups are at 7:30. Buchholz also travels to take on Creekside tonight at 7:30. And in a surprise Saturday matchup, the Eastside Rams will host Denellen at Citizens Field at noon. The Gator soccer team travels to Orange Beach, Alabama for their first matchup of the SEC tournament. Just a week after their first meeting, the Gators and the Kentucky Wildcats will meet again on the pitch, only this time for the SEC tournament. The Gators are coming in as the 13th seed after posting a 1-6-1 regular season record. Kentucky comes in as the 12th season after going 1-4-3. In their last meeting, Kentucky defeated the Gators 3-1, which marked the first time Kentucky has defeated Florida since 2014. SEC men's basketball preseason awards were announced yesterday with some big news for the Gators. Junior forward Keontae Johnson was voted the preseason SEC Player of the Year and was named to first team All-SEC. Johnson led the Gators in points per game with 14 and steals with 38 in his sophomore season. Just last week, Johnson was also named to the Julius Erving Award preseason watch list, which is given to the top small forward in men's collegiate basketball. As a team, Florida was picked to finish 4th in the SEC. Here's what head coach Mike White had to say about Johnson's talent.
Keontae Johnson, Keontae's he's been our most talented defender the last couple years, and we've also asked him to do a lot of other things. But when he's really locked in, he's one of the better offensive players in the league, and he's also one of the better defensive players in the league.
The Gator men's basketball team kicks off their season on November 25th against UMass. The Gator women's basketball team announced their 2020 schedule today, which features 24 games, including 13 home games. Florida's home opponents include Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Auburn, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and more during the league season. It also welcomes Grambling State, Charleston Southern, Florida Atlantic, and North Florida for non-conference action. The Gators will kick off their 2020 season on November 25th with Grambling State at home. The Miami Marlins have made history today by hiring the first ever female and first ever Asian American general manager. Kim Ng has most recently served as MLB's Senior Vice President of Baseball Operations. For the past 9 years, she has also served as Assistant General Manager for the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Dodgers. Ng will be the highest-ranking woman in baseball operations among the league's 30 teams. So, Chris, I see you're sporting your Arkansas colors today. Is that who you're picking for the game this weekend?
I realized that on the way here that I had the Arkansas colors going. But no, I have the Gators, but close. Closer than the experts think. But you are the expert, so who do you have?
I think it's going to be really close, closer than most people think, as you said. But I really think the Gators are going to be able to pull this one out.
It's going to be a good one. I can't wait for it. Thank you, Lindsay.